Improved forest management is a broad category of forest carbon project methodologies. In North America, it really is focused on working with managed forests, private and in some cases public landowners who are already managing their forest, but have realized by tweaking their management, sometimes delaying harvest, sometimes reducing the volume that they harvest, they're able to sequester more carbon in their forest.
Within IFM, there's a lot of variation between project types. So you could have a project which is completely suspending harvesting for an entire crediting period to a project which is continuing harvesting but under improved practices and maybe focusing on other things such as forest growth.
IFM is really a huge growth opportunity in the US and North America broadly. There are so many forest landowners who would really love to be part of the climate solution if they could find a way to participate and produce high quality projects. In improved forest management projects, the additionality and the carbon accounting are particularly important because it's hard to know what the landowner intent would have been. And so we are more and more using dynamic baselines to understand what the probability of landowners would have harvested in certain ways absent the carbon project. And that allows us to assess both the additionality and then dial in the carbon accounting once we identify what a reasonable baseline would have been.
Geospatial and Earth observation is a core part of our IFM assessment. Our partnership with Planet provides us high-resolution imagery with tree-level data that allow us to monitor canopy cover, carbon stock.
That's really going to allow us not only to look backwards to understand what was happening on the land before the carbon project started, but to improve the monitoring going forward. It's not enough only to have really sophisticated geospatial analysis, but you also need to have the local and regional context in which these projects happen. To do that, there's really a lot of qualitative work our analysts need to engage in. They need to understand what's happening in the local communities, what the local policies are, what the economics and finances are that landowners in the forestry sector face. This comprehensive approach to the ratings that BeZero produces is really important and is really providing a clear signal to the market.
Project developers can improve quality by looking at carbon efficacy, not in a binary view as the market currently does, but on more of a scale and viewing methodologies as the minimum bar to creating projects which issue quality credits.
The landowners I work with and many of the project developers really are earnestly trying to understand how can they improve the quality of these projects to make sure that they're delivering the climate benefit that was promised.